Hello, everyone. Thank God it's Friday. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I want to see your comments in the chat. Tell us your name, your major, your country, on a scale of 1 to 4. How are you feeling tonight? I'm going to have an awesome night. I see you, Hajira. Stephan, welcome. Hi, Chiwendu. Bankole, how are you? Welcome, everyone. Welcome. You're always on time. You can't do no wrong. On a scale of 1 to 4, how are you feeling tonight? Hi, Francesca. We are live. Keep joining. Share the link and invite a sister. Always for the one. You can't do no wrong. How are you feeling? Are you happy to be here tonight? Oh, I can't see your chat. Hi, Ethia. Your name, your major, your country. From a scale of 1 to 4, how are you feeling tonight? Hey. I'm glad you leave the 99. Shout out to our MVPs, our amazing MVPs for the week. Welcome, Jessica. Welcome, Francesca. Jessica is reading pharmacy in NAST. Francesca is reading hospitality management in Accra Technical University. We have Muslima reading information Information Technology. And Anika, reading law, University of Abuja. Welcome, MVPs. We want to see your energy in the chat. Leave the 99, always for the one. Leave the 99, always for the one. Our MVPs are backstage with us. So glad you leave the 99, always for the one. All right, everyone. Welcome. All right, everyone. Welcome. I see you all in the chat. Don't stop it. Continue sending your energy in the chat. Tonight is going to be amazing. Clock it. All right. First of all, we are very sorry for the delay. We're having a bit of a challenge with our network issues, but thank God we are here. Yeah. So tonight, we are going to be focusing on calculated bravery from fear to focus. But before that, every time we need to start with our black says. So we are going to start with it. And whenever we are about to recite it, we lift up our right hand. We lift up our right hand and we say it. Okay, so, it's not here. Okay, it's not here. We can say it later. Later when you're about to finish, we can say it. Why join Black Sisters in STEM? Why join Black Sisters in STEM? So these are the perks of being in Black Sisters in STEM. Created in internship and job opportunities, weekly community newsletters, invites to events and workshops, exclusive Black Six community access, and access to our resource database. These are perks of being part of Black Sisters in STEM. So if you are here and you've not joined Black Sisters in STEM, you are missing a lot. Now we are going to recite our creed. We lift up our right hand and we say it. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. I was born with a mandate of dominion. I will lead, affect, and impact the world. I am a Black cis woman, so I am fearless, continuously inspired and inspiring, and completely transformed. My life will impact my fellow Black sister to the right hand, to the left of me. Today, I solemnly commit myself to a life of an accomplished Black cis woman. This is our creed. So every time when we recite it, it shows us who we truly are. A little overview of our Moses in STEM, and she welcomes you tonight. Nyamekye Wilson. So this is our CEO. She's also known as the Moses of STEM, and she's a visionary driven by the transformational power of intersectionality and human-centered design. You can watch some of her powerful panel discussions as a distinguished speaker over here on the link. With a fervor for justice, Nyamekye's work echoes the spirit of impactful leaders in civil rights and gender equity movement. Her passion for global STEM progress birthed a six-figure tech company while working at Google. Nyamekye's most notable achievement is her extensive reach across 33 countries, impacting over 200 schools and empowering more than 9,000 Black women through her edutech nonprofit, Black Sisters in STEM. All right. Now, tonight we are going to talk about calculated bravery from fear to focus. Honestly, I'm going to be very raw right now. When I got the information to MC for tonight's program, I was a bit nervous. Yes, I was a bit nervous, because this is live. And even though I knew one day I'll be here, I didn't expect it to be this early. So I was a bit nervous. And I had just come from my examination hall. I completed my first degree today. I'm so happy for how far God has brought me. So when I saw it, I was a bit nervous, but I was like, girl, you can do it. You're a Black sister in STEM. You've been with so many guys in the same class. You've been in a department where males are dominant, so you can do this. So I said, okay. And I have few minutes to prepare. I'm going to prepare and deliver. So, at that point, the nervousness that came, the nervousness that entered, or the fear that came, it wasn't something that I was supposed to throw away. The fear was a signal, but the time that I told myself I can do it, that was the focus. So more often, fear becomes a signal, but focus becomes the response. And when we say bravery, it doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means acting in spite of it. I mean, I saw calculated bravery and I was like, oh, are we now going to calculate bravery with calculator? So I wanted to know the whole thing until I dived deeper and I said, no, it is not about calculating with a calculator. It actually has to do with you, like bravery, meaning that it doesn't have to do with absence of your fear, but it means acting in spite of it. And tonight, we are not here to deny our fear. Honestly speaking, I'm going to be very, very honest with you. We are not going to deny our fear over here tonight. But then we are here to transform it into focus. Because, like I said earlier, if I had allowed my fear to surmount me, I'm not sure I would be here. And after declining it, I'll be thinking about it. Kukwa, you could have done it. Kukwa, you could have done it. Why didn't you just take the shot? So did you see that I just turned and transformed my fear into focus, right? And every great achievement was once standing on the trembling knees of someone who was afraid but chose to move on. Now, when we say calculated bravery, what is calculated bravery? Calculated bravery is not reckless. It is the courage mixed with wisdom, risk wrapped in preparation, and fear converted into determination. I'm just giving you some bars over here. So I hope somebody's taking notes. Let me come again. Calculated bravery is not reckless. It is a courage mixed with wisdom, risk wrapped in preparation. Have you ever seen risk wrapped in preparation? That's loud. And the fear converted into determination. So when I came to my tertiary, I was very, very, very nervous because, as I said earlier, the class that I was in were only 7 ladies and the rest were males. I am reading civil engineering, so you can imagine how heated the class will be. Whenever they ask a question, all the girls are quiet, and every time the guys are just overshadowing us. They don't even let us talk. Until one day I told myself, no, I didn't come here for the males in my class to overshadow me. I'm not going to allow my fear to keep me in a tight corner. I'm going to transform my fear into focus. So do you know what I did? I started showing up. I started coming out. Even when I know I'm not so sure about my answer, I'll just bring it out. And the first time we wrote a quiz in class, I was the highest. And I was like, oh, let's see what happens next. Along the line, I had to go for leadership position. I contested with 2 strong guys from the department. And in the end, I won the election and I became the first ever female civil engineering president of my department. The things that I did in the department, they were so awesome. And I had some of my professors and lecturers, they were all congratulating me. They were saying even the males couldn't do what I did. I have done amazing. And, all of these things. I mean, going 4 years in engineering is not easy. The late nights, deadlines, I didn't even have social life. I was always studying because I didn't want to be inside. I didn't want what they are saying to be true. That Black women, we don't deserve it. Black women, we are supposed to be in. We don't have to come out. So I would like to leave it here as we welcome our CEO, Nyamekye Wilson. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much to Kukua. Amazing job. And we have stories here. We have a lot of stories in this wonderful organization. So shout out to Kukua. Let's give her some love in the chat. And she honestly did my job for me. So I'm just going to wrap it up. She gave you guys already fear, focus. She gave you the strategies. She gave you her stories, her testimonials, and what it means to be a Black woman in STEM, taking calculated risk. I hope you see from her story that everything is about your perspective, which is something, if you've been here before, you should have known that perspective is everything. And I know we started late, but we're going to make sure that this time is short and sweet and good for everyone. And so I'm just going to hop on to what she already spoke on and just give you some strategies. The first thing first is I am Nyamekye Wilson. Nice to meet you all. If you've never been to Black Sisters in STEM, or if this is your first session with us, welcome. Everything we do here is so that you'll be able to be a well-rounded leader. So many of you are still just trying to get into a company. You don't even have enough self-esteem to be able to know that the company is not just a blessing to you. You're a blessing to that company. Your work, your ideas, your thoughts are all going to be a blessing to that company. And a lot of times why most Black women in STEM have fear is because you don't even know your own worth or self-identity. So many of us think that a university name like Harvard or a company name like Google is what is actually qualifying us, but that is not the case. Oh, hi, Susan. That is not the case. The truth is that it's a mutually beneficial relationship. Life is actually meant to be based on an exchange of value. And so a lot of times why people struggle is because they don't understand there's a value that they can bring to every situation. When you have fear, there's usually two main issues: your lack of understanding of your value or your lack of preparation. And so in the short time we have together, what I'm going to share with you that I believe will ensure you can have a better next week and you can actually apply what I'm going to teach you today are two simple things. Lack of preparation. One thing that my team knows about is that if anyone is unprepared, you're going to hear it from me. Because one thing you cannot be as a Black woman in STEM is unprepared. Hi, Blessing. One thing you cannot be is unprepared. I should be able to call upon each and every one of you at any time, and you be prepared to give me your resume. Be prepared to give me your elevator pitch. Be prepared to let me be able to refer you. I was even telling this to some of my clients who are entrepreneurs and want to build their business. It's the same thing with entrepreneurs that it is with people who are job seekers, people who are in school. So many of you are not prepared. If Bill Gates came to you right now and he said, I want to give you an internship at Microsoft, is your LinkedIn updated? Do you have your resume updated? Do you know what role you want to take at Microsoft? Do you even know the culture of Microsoft? Do you know when you'll be able to start your internship? Do you know what ideal products or teams within Microsoft you really want to work in? So some of you have Microsoft on your top list for your number one company to work at, but you are so completely unprepared. You cannot even name me alumni from your school who are currently working at Microsoft. You cannot name me someone in your network who's potentially connected to someone who works at Microsoft. You have not taken the time to really put a concerted effort towards your goal. Most of the time, I would even say 85%, this is not a real statistic, but this is just from what I've seen. Most of the time, when people are fearful, they're not prepared. If you were prepared to do something, you would not have that much fear. Actually, preparation makes you more excited. Because if you've been doing something like, let's say you're in a dance team and you've been preparing and training and hours and hours and hours and hours of practice for this one dance, even though you'll have the butterflies in your tummy, as they like to say, you're actually excited. You're excited to show people how much energy, how much discipline, how much routine you have put into your learning of this dance. And you're excited to show the world you and your entire dance team level of skill. Imagine the Olympics. The Olympics is not something that you're not going to be a little jittery about. You're on a global stage. You're representing your own country. There's so much at stake. However, you are also excited because you don't get to the Olympics unless you have very successfully prepared. And so you are actually excited to show the world who you are, especially when you know you have done well. Imagine Michael Phelps' first Olympics. He knew what he was doing in the practice room. He knew what he was doing in the pool when no one was there with him. He knew how much feedback he took from his coach and how much training and how he had to change his whole diet. So when he's coming to the Olympics, there's a level of excitement to show the world, I am Michael Phelps, until the world actually can understand who he is. And now when you say Michael Phelps, we all know. Serena Williams, her first, Wimbledon. I'm sure she was jittery. There's butterflies in her stomach. A Black girl in tennis at a time where Black people were not in tennis. There's so much riding on you. Your family is from the hood of the hoods. You're just trying to get out. You're trying to use your tennis career to make a name for yourself, for your community. There was so much on her shoulders. However, there's also the excitement of, I am Serena Williams, and I know I'm the best tennis player, arguably, there is or there ever will be. And now I get to show the world that. So most of the time, you guys need to even review what you're afraid of. You are afraid of so many things that really you don't need to be afraid of. The problem is you're not preparing. So stop wasting your emotions and your time thinking about something and being afraid of it when you can actually prepare towards it. There's no reason why you should be afraid of an exam. There's no reason why you should be afraid of an interview. There is no reason why you should be afraid to walk into your first job. You shouldn't be afraid. Fear and having first-time jitters are two separate things. You have to use preparation to build your confidence. You have to be able to stop using your mental space. I hope you know that thoughts are like a room in your mind. Think of your mind as a hotel that has infinite amount of rooms. Your thoughts are rooms. So every time you allow those rooms to be filled with thoughts of fear, you're actually filling your entire mental capacity with thoughts of fear, and you're wasting your mental capacity. You're wasting the things you could be thinking about. While some people are thinking about how to build the next billion-dollar company, you are afraid of interviewing at a billion-dollar company. Do you see how much you're delaying yourself? While people are thinking about how to raise $1 billion, you are letting fear fill your mind about an exam that was already on your syllabus from the first day you went to class. Why are you using your time and your energy to focus on things that are not building you towards your goals? Fear is never going to build you towards your goals. Fear is never going to get you to where you want to go. Fear is not a showcase of a diligent, excellent, ambitious woman. You have to literally say no to fear. You need to make a commitment to yourself that fear and your name cannot be in the same sentence ever. Nyamekye and fear do not go together. Winner and fear do not go together. Hajira and fear do not go together. Chinwendu and fear do not go together. Because I want you to understand that fear is a magnet. Fear is a magnet. It pulls things. So if you are fearful that you're going to fail the test, you're actually setting up your mind to be ready to fail. Because fear is pulling that outcome to you. And so for those of you who are not understanding how dangerous fear is, just know and see that if I keep thinking negatively, I'm actually pulling that negative thing to me. That's what I want you to see. I want you to literally see yourself pulling it to you. Some of you have a fear of sickness, fear of death, fear of not waking up tomorrow, fear of people not liking you, fear of not having friends. And if you want to be realistic to yourself, you are living out your fears. I want you to take the time to flip those fears and not just think new things, actually say it. Because the only thing that can stop your brain is your mouth. I want to repeat that again. The only thing that can disrupt and pause your brain, pause those thoughts, is your mouth. For example, let's do a test. If I'm leaving you somewhere, you can do anything. You're sitting down, you can be thinking about anything, right? The moment I call your name, your thoughts stop and they go towards someone just calling your name. And most of you, especially being raised in our cultures, you're going to say yes. So immediately, whatever thought you were thinking of before has now paused. That's the same thing that can happen. That same phenomenon is what you can use for negative thoughts. So whenever you're thinking negatively, no one should have to call you. Call yourself. If you think you're not going to do well in this interview, I'm sure you've heard of or you've seen the viral TED Talk on strength poses and saying positive things to yourself while you're doing strength poses. So I remember before I did interviews, I would go into the bathroom and I would literally do my strength poses and say things over myself. Like, I'm going to kill this interview. This interview is going to be so easy. We're not even going to talk about the questions. We're just going to have a regular conversation. I'm saying all these things while I'm doing strength poses. And I don't know if you can see my arm, but strength poses are when you're basically doing like, you know what they do? Like they do flex poses and they're like at the gym or in a competition. Those are strength poses. Things that make your body and your mind go into a mood of victory. Right? So do you see how everything is actually just in the battlefield of your mind? So you have to be able to make sure that you do not allow lack of preparation to cause you to fear unnecessarily. There's not enough time in the day for you to be fearing things that are irrelevant. There's not enough time in the day for you to be this unprepared for your own growth, destiny, and goals. As we're entering into Q4, reflect on the things you're thinking and make an active habit of saying the opposite. If you think, oh, I'm never going to make female friends, girls don't like me, say the opposite when you think that. I'm loved by everyone. Everyone favors me. Everyone wants to be my friend. Everyone wants to be around me. I'm so blessed to be favored by people. You think you can never pass this electrical engineering exam. This exam is going to be easy to me. I'm going to have the highest grade. Every time I study for this exam, I'm going to remember everything I study. Every time I see this syllabus and I see this course material, it's going to be like I already knew it before I took this class. I am always the head and not the tail. I'm always above and I'm never beneath. I'm always the star student. I'm always first amongst my equals. Start saying that, and as you continuously just say it and say it and say it, you'll actually notice you start believing it. The reason why you believe you're shy is because you've been saying you're shy for 20 years. The reason why you believe you can't make female friends is because you've been saying you can't make female friends for 15 years. The reason why you don't think you can actually be a Black woman in STEM is because you and other people have constantly been telling you that Black women don't belong in STEM. Black women don't belong in STEM. Black women don't belong in STEM. That one situation where you had a fallout with a girl does not mean that for the rest of your whole life, you are not going to make female friends. You guys are STEM girls. That is a very inconclusive judgment. And so I want us to remember that. And I want us to take note of that. Oh, am I frozen? Let's see. Can we all hear me? Can we see me? Okay, I think it's coming back. It's getting a little slow, but the Lord will handle the Wi-Fi. Anyway, so exactly my point. You are truly the one who owns and runs your life. Well, not owns, but runs your life. You are the one who makes the decisions, and your decisions impact how your life is going to be. So if you want to spend all your days spending time, spending your mental capacity, thinking about fears and what you cannot do and where you cannot go and how you cannot do it and why you cannot do it, you will be stuck. Because all this time you're doing that. I don't know about you, but I think of myself in my age group. So I'm always thinking like, while I'm here doing this, the other people in my age group, what are they thinking about? What are they building? What are they doing? You cannot waste time. Some of you guys think you're young. You're not that young. There's people who are millionaires by 20. There's people who made it out of the hood by 21 and they're global speakers. You're not that young. You don't have 20 million more years to have made it. You could have made it now. There's no excuse. There's people who are making it on TikTok and YouTube, making millions of dollars, and they're under 18. There's childhood YouTube influencers who are literally reviewing games, reviewing all of this stuff, and they're literally making millions. They make more money than their parents. You are not that young, honey, to be spending your life focused on things that is not benefiting you or no one around you. You have to lock in. It's been trending that September to December is lock-in season. If this is a trend, if everyone in the world has come together to say it's time to lock in, I think it's wise for you to start locking in. And I just want to debunk this for you. Fear is a version of faith. People say, oh, I'm an atheist, I don't have faith. No. Everyone has faith. Faith is not about believing in a certain religion. Faith is just belief. Simple. So everyone is showcasing their faith every single day. So if you are someone who is fearful every single day, you're showcasing that you have faith in bad things happening to you. If you are someone who has faith in Jesus Christ, then you are someone who daily is showcasing faith in or belief in Jesus Christ. It's simple. Faith is not related to a religion. It's related to your state of mind. It's an action. That's why you can't separate faith from your actions. They are intricately connected. So when you are fearing things, when you are fearing your exam, don't think of it as fear, because you think fear is some faraway thing you can't control. No. You have belief in negative outcomes towards your education. That's what it is. And you are acting in belief for negative outcomes for your education. on a daily basis. So don't you notice that when you're afraid of something, you never prepare? You're like, oh, I'm going to fail anyway, so let me just eat. Let me just watch Netflix. Because you have belief in negative outcomes. So now you're acting based off of that belief. So that's why you're not going to study, because you already think you're going to fail. Fear is not some far away thing. Some people want to make it some big aloof thing. I don't know how to get it away from me. No. It's very simple. You believe in negative outcomes. So if you believe in negative outcomes, then your actions are going to show that. That's why you're not studying. That's why you're watching Netflix. That's why you keep eating. So faith and fear are actually very connected. Fear is a version of faith. Don't just think faith is a good thing. No, faith is neither good nor bad. It's belief. You can believe in good things and you can believe in bad things. And belief is a magnet. It attracts things to you. So whether you want to have positive belief, you will likely see positive outcomes towards that thing. And of course, it's not all the time. For example, I believe that good things are going to happen to me all the time by the grace of God. Does that mean bad things never happen? No. However, my life has outweighed the good than the bad. And I'm constantly going to say it will. And by the grace of God, it will. Because I believe it, so I'm working towards it. Most of your failure is stemmed from the root of your belief. You don't believe you can get into Google, so you then do things that follow in line with your belief. You never apply to Google. You never network at Google. You never network with people who work at Google. You never research Google. You never follow Google's happenings. You never even think about the team you want to work at Google. Even though you say you want to work at Google, you actually believe that's never going to happen. So you do everything to support that belief. And so today we're just going to stop there. We can talk about identity and fear the next time. But I'm sure you can already start connecting the identity, because belief is actually a root of your identity. I don't just believe for good things because my name is Nyamekye. No. I believe in good things because I identify myself with Jesus Christ. And I believe in him providing the good things that's going to trickle down to me. So that's why my root of identity has now made my life a belief system for good things. Many of you have an issue with identity. You have no clear understanding of who you are, what power you carry, what you believe in. And so any situation, come hell, high water, can move you this, you go right, go left, you can go up, you can go down, you can go side to side. Every 5 minutes, you somewhere, because you don't have a steady anchor. Someone tells you you're ugly. Now you think you're ugly because you don't have an anchor of identity. So we will address that the next time. But I want this one to clearly help you understand that lack of preparation is the result of belief in negative outcomes. So belief of negative outcomes and lack of preparation equal failure. If you want to change that equation, just flip it. Belief in positive outcomes and preparation leads to success. So you choose what you believe. You choose what you do. So if you're not getting into Google, don't blame anyone else. Blame yourself. Because I can guarantee you, you are not preparing, nor are you in a state of mind where you believe, and that belief is a positive. Remember, I told you belief is a magnet. You will notice how things will come to you because you believe they're coming. There used to be a TikTok trend called Delulu is the only Salulu. Do you know what that trend was saying? It was explaining the same phenomenon I'm telling you right now. People would believe for something and they would record themselves. So they would say, like, when I go to the grocery store, someone's going to pay for my groceries. Then they would record that on the camera, go to the grocery store, and then someone would just pay for their groceries. And this is not them paying someone, it's not staged. Because belief is like a magnet. When you believe you're beautiful, even if you are not necessarily the most beautiful person in the world, you will notice other people think you're beautiful too. Some of you are so beautiful, but you walk around with a belief that you're ugly. And if you notice, people treat you by what you actually believe. There's people who message me like, oh, I was scared to ask you this thing because I know if I'm coming to talk to you, I have to come prepared. I never told them that directly, but I walk with a level of belief that I'm not someone you come and waste my time. Because I believe in that and I walk around like that, people have also caught that belief, even without me saying it. I am not someone you come and waste her time. So if you're going to come to me and ask me something, you have better prepared yourself. And I'm talking about from friends to everyone, people who are older than me, people who are younger than me, because I walk around with this belief that I cannot be a person you think you can come and waste their time. I understand that everyone is beautiful, but I believe that no one is beautiful like me because no one is me. So you can't be beautiful like Nyamekye because there's only one Nyamekye Wilson in the world. And even if someone else has my name, they are not me. There's only one fingerprint of mine in the world. Out of all these billions of people, my fingerprint is unique. So I personally believe you can never be me because you can never be me, period. So I will always be famous, as the girlies say on TikTok, because you can never be Nyamekye. And I believe that. Some of you don't even believe that. You're like, oh, well, she does this better, or this person does this better. And it's like, girlfriend, that has nothing to do with anything. So I'm leaving you guys with this. And I want you to know that as you do this, you will start seeing changes. And I mean, start doing it today. Start rechanging your thoughts. 1 second. Start reviewing your thoughts. Start changing your habits. and start saying it out loud. I am me. I am blessed. I am the top. I am only the one who can be me in this world. No one can ever be beautiful like me because no one can ever be me. Simple. And you'll start seeing the changes. How people treat you, how you treat you, how your friends treat you, how your family treats you. Everyone always comes around me and they're like, "You're such a princess." And I tell them all the time, I am a princess. I walk around with the revelation I'm a princess. I'm God's daughter. I'm a daughter of a king. So I am a princess. That's what a princess is, a daughter of a king. So this is not prideful. This is the truth. I'm just telling you who I am. And so if you come near me and you see that I have expectations that I should be treated like a princess, it's because I believe I'm a princess. I don't know about who you believe you are. And I don't know about who you believe you should be treated like. But me, princess treatment. So some of the people and some of the interactions you even have is because of your level of belief. People know they can treat you anyway because they know you don't even treat yourself well. A function of belief. So I'll leave you with this. Philippians 4 verses 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Remember, we started with thoughts. Think on the things. Think on the things that are pure, that are just, that are lovely, that are beautiful, that are victorious, that are celebratory, that are positive, that are great, that are wise, that are productive. And so if you have been blessed tonight, if you believe you have learned tonight and you are not in Sister Nation, please take out your phone and scan the QR code. Our team will also put the link, which is the link at the bottom, bit.ly/Sister Nation, in the chat. And please go to the link. If you are not in Sister Nation, you are missing out on a lot. If you are not a part of this community, you're missing out on a lot. So I would definitely join if I were you. If you're a Black woman in STEM, in undergraduate or master's, join us. Now, let us go into how you can stay on top of all the things we're doing. Subscribe to our YouTube, so when we go live, you'll get the notification. Subscribe to our LinkedIn. Follow us, or subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on LinkedIn. And then you'll be able to get all the information, all the goodies, hear about all the amazing things we're doing in Black Sisters in STEM, the resources, the promos, the free stuff, the good stuff, all the things. And then the last thing we want you to do is, if you are someone who knows that when you don't act upon knowledge, you actually lose it, I want you to take the time to act upon this knowledge so you don't lose it. And the first action that I want you to take is I want you to do a write-up. What did you learn today? What did you learn? And I want you to post it on LinkedIn. And I want you to make a commitment to yourself to do this in the next 24 hours. Because some of you like to procrastinate on everything. In the next 24 hours, make a post, share your key takeaways, tag us, Black Sisters in STEM, tag me, Nyamekye Wilson. So all of the girlies, everyone in the Black sis ecosystem can see what you're doing and see what you learned. And we do this every single week. Why? Because we're trying to get you to learn to be someone who acts upon knowledge. So it's not just for free and for fun. Make sure you're actually following the things we're telling you to do here. And that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed your time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed learning today. And I hope your notebook is full. But I also hope you are not someone who has a full notebook but an empty head. Make sure your notebook is not just things you write and you leave on your desk somewhere, but you are someone who reflects the things you've actually learned. And if you have not joined Sister Nation, you are missing out simply. As you can see, as your leader, if this is your leader, by the grace of God, then you can understand what we're doing here. We are not just helping you get into STEM. We are helping you not just to code. We are helping you to become. And I don't know about you, but I don't see any other organization doing it like Black Sisters in STEM. Period. You can quote me on that. And if you would like to subscribe to our events, subscribe with this link as well. And this is going to be saved on our YouTube. So once you subscribe there, you can rewatch it, you can replay it. This is going to be on our LinkedIn as well. So once you follow us on LinkedIn, you can replay it, all the things. And if you join our lovely community, we have notes going around, we have information going around, we have follow-ups, we have sisterhood, we have events, we have program. Like, we are lit. We have scholarships every single month. And so if you have not joined us, you're missing out. And I wish you the absolute best. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you. Bye.